On the news tonight, ahead May 29 change of power, President Buhari confers highest honor on incoming President Bola Tinubu, gives him transition documents. Minister of Works Fashola flags up Akure-Ado Road project, assures Ondo Ekiti of speedy completion. Ondo State government promises prudent utilization of resources for development. And from the foreign scene, displaced Sudanese in need of urgent humanitarian aid as fighting rages amid truce. A very good evening to you. Thank you for joining us on the news at 7. I am Obi Chukwemeka Uti. President-elect Bola Tinubu has vowed not to disappoint Nigerians, saying he recognizes the expectations and responsibility bestowed on him. The president-elect, during his acceptance speech after President Muhammadu Buhari conferred on him the national honor of Grand Commander of the Federal Republic, GCFR, at the State House, also said Nigerians deserve a better country. Tinubu also said his administration will continue to reach out to President Buhari whenever the need arises.
You have bestowed the nation's highest honor on my Vice President-elect Shetima Ami. Our deep thanks also for the transition documents, which clearly enumerated the effort of the past 8 years. Thank you. The document summarizes the immense work of your administration. They constitute an impressive and noteworthy scorecard. You have made history, and no one can deny your contribution to our national development.
That I stand before you today to confer national honors on the President-elect and Vice President-elect, His Excellency Kashim Shettima. This ceremony marks a significant milestone in our nation's democratic journey as we inaugurate a new administration that will lead Nigeria towards greater progress and prosperity. I extend my warmest congratulations to the President-elect and his well-deserved victory at the February 25th, 2023 presidential election.
The former Lagos State Governor becomes the 16th person to be given the GCFR honor. President Buhari also conferred Vice President-elect Kashim Shettima with the honor of Grand Commander of the Order of the Niger, GCON. Meanwhile, President Muhammadu Buhari has handed over transition documents to the President-elect Bola Tinubu. The files, which contain 3 key documents, comprise of briefing notes on each of the 9 priority areas covering key sectors, a compendium which captures the priority programs and projects implemented by his administration, and a policy status update. The President also handed over the baton of service to the President-elect, indicating that government is a continuum. The ceremony is the first in a series of events lined up for the May 29 inauguration. This is also the first time in the history of Nigeria that the transition process has been driven under an Executive Order 14 signed by President Buhari. The other sets the process of presidential transition on a path of a legislation which will institutionalize it. In the meantime, the Department of State Services, DSS, has warned against any form of unruly behaviors and non-adherence to protocols during inauguration activities to usher in the new administration. In a statement by its spokesperson, Peter Afunaya, the DSS said it is aware of plans by subversive elements to disrupt the programs in parts of the country. According to the service, the aim is to undermine security agencies' efforts at ensuring peaceful ceremonies as well as creating panic and fear among members of the public. Based on these, the DSS said citizens, the media and civil society organizations should adhere strictly to security and civil protocols during the events. Minister of Works only set for the reconstruction and dualization of the Akure-Ado Road. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola at the flag-off ceremony said logistics have been put in place while contractors have been mobilized to site. Government House correspondent Timile Infalade reports that the project will gulp over 90 billion naira. We hope to bring you that report in the course of the bulletin. You're watching the news at 7. We're going to break now. When we return, we'll serve you more stories. Please stay with us.
Get great day. How do I know? Because my daddy goes through his work feeling good and always with a smile. Mommy is always filled with confidence. My sister is always in tune. And for me, learning new things becomes absolute fun. Because all day and every day, the peak goes on.
Start your day with a Peak Protect breakfast. Peak. Reach for your peak. Every day, life presents hopes, dreams, and challenges. Challenges that can become successes with a little help. Because a little help can empower you to go from despair to celebration. A little help can keep you going until the race is won. A little help can turn bundles of anxiety into a bundle of joy. And with Glow Data, you get much more than just a little help. You get the biggest data deals in town to make every day glow with small wins and big wins. Dial *777# to select your Glow Data plan.
You're welcome back from that commercial break. If you just joined us, we're watching the news at 7, coming to you live from Osrc television. You can also watch us live on our website, www.osrc.ng, or follow us on Facebook at Osrc TV. And on YouTube, you can subscribe to our channel, Osrc TV Ondo. Now to the rest of the news. Ondo State Commissioner for Lands, Infrastructure and Housing, Raimi Aminu, has assured the people of Ondo State that the Akeredolu administration will continue to prudently utilize resources for life-changing projects across the state. The commissioner, while featuring on OSRC's Policymakers Program Roundtable, said in the last 7 years, projects embarked on by the Akeredolu administration were based on needs assessment and without undue influence. OSRC Zaid Aribisela reports that the Lands and Infrastructure Commissioner revealed that 3 billion naira was lost to contractors who failed to execute projects under previous administrations.
That in the past, when project is awarded or contract is awarded, mobilization was paid with APG, that's advancement guarantee from the contractors. Even I can tell you for free, despite the advance payment guarantee, some contractors tax away with public funds. About 3 billion naira taxpayers' money are in different contractors' purse when we came on board. Mr. Governor said, anybody that believes in him, come and work for me. When you are giving your paper, your documents, sign agreement with government, as the job progresses, you pay as you go. And to you work for, that's what you get. And we always stands to gain two things by this. Number one, government money will be hated. Any money paid out is what the contractors has worked for. That's number one. Number two, quality is guaranteed. Because when you are not mobilized and companies pay officials, they are supervising thoroughly. If there's anyone that will not agree with quality, maybe necessary to try to put the government. By the time we get there, it's either we demolish or we refuse to value for payment. With that, all the contractors, they were with their clothes. They agreed with all our tasks. All necessary tests that require of any project were carried out. All the ministry, all those people that have been yearning for good infrastructure, we brought up their records. We submitted to governor's office. Mr. Governor has placed every damn thing by himself and called us back for interrogation. Those that were defended perfectly in the north that we don't start this project. That's why you saw us at inception starting our project with someone like Okeoba. There's no any commissioner living there, no anybody in the government. Past commissioner by living there, they're not present standing commissioner or special advisors. Go to Gaga, I'm talking about Akure. And then we choose about 6 local governments across the 3 senatorial districts. It was then we went to Ifon, where we chose the Ogomo Street, the Barrier Road, Outlet Road, Ajegule Road.
So on behalf of this operation, sir, we welcome you. We thank you so much for the service you are giving in this state. It must be placed on record because we have had the honor of recording you, of tracking what you have done over the years. We feel very proud to be associated with your efforts. And we see that many things this government of Ondo State will lay claim to as the core part of our success story. You have been at the core of it. You have done all this without blemish. And it is difficult in this climate to lead such crusade and without blemish.
That was the Ondo State Commissioner for Lands, Infrastructure and Housing, Raimi Aminu, and the chairman of Osrc Media Group, Kunle Adebayo, speaking there at the round table. Staying with development strides of the present administration, the approval of license for Ondo Deep Seaport has been lauded as a move which will facilitate massive turnaround of the state's economy. The Federal Executive Council gave the nod for the development of the Ondo multipurpose port at Eronoboti in Ilaje local government area earlier this week. Osrc Zaid Aribisala again sought the views of a cross-section of people about the development. The report.
Deep sea port is everything to the state and is even everything to the country. Because if you have a natural port where you have draft over 60 meters, what else do you need? The country must be interested in Port Ondo.
The clamor for the establishment of Port Ondo at Eronoboti in Ilaje local government area has been on since inception of the Akeredolu administration. The proposed $1.3 billion multipurpose deep sea port project is expected to create job opportunities for 20,000 people in the state. The Minister of State for Transportation, Prince Ademola Adegoroye, who briefed State House correspondents after the meeting of the Federal Executive Council, said the project will be executed through a public-private partnership agreement at no cost to the federal government. While speaking on the development, a monarch and business owner in the state, Oba David Olajide, said it will improve trade and commerce, create job opportunities and attract foreign investors.
Very exciting because it's something that we have been waiting, we have been looking for, we have been fighting for long. We are very, very happy that during this Arakunrin Akeredolu we were able to achieve, we were able to get this. We are very, very happy. When I heard the news, I'm very, very happy.
A financial analyst, Bankole Olaoluwa, said the seaport will boost the state's revenue generation capacity.
We now ensure that relevant stakeholders swing into action to ensure that the project starts in earnest. You recall that the state government has done a lot on the port before this approval. There's a lot of things that actually has to be done, like environmental impact assessment, the business outlines. All of these are what the state government has done that enable us to reach the milestone that we have reached now.
Olaoluwa advised residents to place premium on harnessing the opportunities by being grounded with technical skills.
A lot of people will be gainfully employed as far as employment opportunity is concerned. And don't forget that this kind of people that are engaged, they will also be paying tax to the state government. Even all the efforts that is going on there, the state government is going to be generating a lot of revenue. And don't forget that this current administration has done a lot in ensuring that we have a sort of fiscal sustainability in those states, so that we are in a position to generate or earn revenue that it will be enough for us to manage our affairs as a subnational government.
A public affairs analyst, David Akiadewo, said modalities and stringent planning should be put in place to get the desired results from the seaport approval and eventual establishment.
We decongest the Lagos port. This will make it easy for people who have things to bring to this side of the country to do so without hitch.
The rector, Rufus Giwa Polytechnic Owo, Dr. Gani Ogudaunsi, said the institution will not relent in equipping its students with relevant skills for the myriad of opportunities which will follow the operationalization of the seaport.
It's going to be a good thing in the history of Ogun State, and as a polytechnic that is expected to instill skills into our young ones, skill is the main thing. We want to collaborate with this great effort and developing our community.
The seaport is expected to gulp about $1 billion, an equivalent of about 461 billion naira, to be sourced through public-private partnership. Sahid Aribisala, Osrc News.
We now return to the report where we told you that all is set for the reconstruction and dualization of the Akure-Ado Road. Minister of Works and Housing Babatunde Fashola at the flag-off ceremony said logistics have been put in place while contractors have been mobilized to site. Government House correspondent Timile Infalade reports that the project will gulp over 90 billion naira.
Akure-Ado Road has been neglected despite being contracted out for construction, bringing agony and hardship to residents of Ondo and Ekiti states. After many years of calls for its reconstruction, the federal government finally reapproved the road for reconstruction and dualization. At the flag-off ceremony, the Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, who said the reconstruction of the road is long overdue, noted that when completed, the road will be a dual-carriage road.
We have given Ondo State as close to what they want as possible. Not only have we terminated that contract, it was not because the contractor was not competent. It was because the Sukuk funding did not pay mobilization fee. They will pay only for work done. So how does that contractor mobilize all his equipment to site? That was the real sticking point. Of course, there were disputes that we had, but that decision to terminate the contract has made us buy a lawsuit. They have sued us for 10 billion naira. In order just to please Ondo State and Akure and Ekiti. So, as I said, the work looks easy from outside. But one decision leads to other consequences. But we have now given you contractors who have worked with you.
Fashola gave reasons for the delay in the process of reconstruction, said the contract is expected to gulp 90 billion naira and has been awarded to a new contractor to facilitate quick completion.
In order to dualize and to reconstruct, we have to first do a design. So that took some time. Gbogbo bàtà ṣe design yẹn làwọn aláìmọ̀ kan bú wa. Wọ́n kàn rò pé wọ́n á kàn lọ kókun táwọn á dá sí títì wọ́n wá ti ṣe àìmọ̀ ló ń bá wọn jà. torí ẹ̀ mo ṣe ní màá wá fojú àwo mi gbọbẹ̀ ń bí lẹ́nu. So that took time, and I want to build a road. It does not get done by saying it. There are now processes. For those who do not know, you cannot build a road without doing soil tests, because if you don't do it, your road will disappear at once. You don't know what's under the soil. So it's not as easy as it looks.
Elated Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu described the road as a vital link to both states, noting that the reconstruction will enhance trade, commerce, and promote tourism.
Well, this is time we need maximum cooperation from you, because this road is going to serve us. Even if federal government is going to benefit, we the residents are the ones to enjoy it better. It will open the corridor. It will reduce rural-urban drift. And there will be more synergy between Ekiti and Ondo State.
The technical director of the new contractor, Sam Chase Constructions, Mr. Maroon, assured of speedy completion of the job. The Minister of Works and Housing, Babatunde Fashola, thereafter proceeded to flag off the road reconstruction. Members of the state cabinet, traditional rulers across Ondo and Ekiti State, among others, praised the occasion. Timileyin Falade, Osrc News.
A new executive has been inaugurated to pilot the affairs of the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, Ondo State Area Command for the next 4 years. The inauguration was presided over by the Commissioner of Police Ondo State Command, Taiwo Jesubi. Joy Pius now completes this report.
The Police Community Relations Committee is a policing-based organization established by the leadership of the Nigeria Police Force in 1984 to foster partnership between the police and respective communities in the country towards enhancing efficient and effective policing of communities in Nigeria. To this end, members of the Police Community Relations Committee, PCRC, Ondo State Area Command, converged on the police officers' mess in Akure for the swearing-in ceremony of a new leadership. The executive members are to steer the affairs of the committee for the next 4 years. Addressing the gathering, the outgoing PCRC chairman, Dr. Kayode Fakolade, thanked the police force for the opportunity and support granted him during his tenure and charged the new officers to selflessly discharge their duties in promoting cordiality between the police and the community.
I have exposed myself in PCRC both at the national. I was met every time we represented the state in the national that Ondo State did not get recognized. And I wanted to follow suit by the President Assembly.
In his acceptance speech, the new PCRC chairman, Dr. Benga Rio, reaffirmed his commitment to promote the image of the police, adding that his administration would intensify synergy with the police force to combat crimes in the state.
We want to support the ideas of the founding fathers of PCRC, Elton Yang, 1984, to assist the police to promote and defend police wherever they may be. Then to help to bridge the gap between the police and the public.
The Commissioner for Police, Mr. Taiwo Jesubi, assured of his support for the newly inaugurated executives for success in their responsibility.
Thank you. We appreciate the work you have done. They are doing the executive and the income. And our aim is to secure the state. Whether that you are the civilian component, we want to make it on information, assistance, possibly logistics, and to mobilize the communities. God willing, I promise on behalf of my officers and men that I will work together.
Chairman Organizing Committee, who is also the Deputy Chairman, Mr. James Kolawole, other members harp on the importance of the committee.
We have come as the image maker of the PCROC in Ondo State. We have come to project the image of the police to make sure that crime is reduced to the barest minimum.
The previous ESCOs already laid down a foundation, a solid foundation, and these new ESCOs will be building on those foundations with, let me say, in a more civilized way, a more modern way, to achieve security in the state.
The committee members will be assisting operatives of the force by providing relevant information that will lead to curb crime and criminality in the state and country at large. Joy Pius, OSRC News.
Plane for Nigeria Air will arrive the country tomorrow ahead of commencement of operations. The Minister of Aviation, Hadi Sirika, while confirming the development, said the Nigeria Air aircraft will land in the country tomorrow as part of processes to commence operations and unveiling of the delivery process. He however noted that the only incomplete item is the Aerotropolis, which is the airport city, and it's 60% complete. Now to the foreign scene. Hospitals in Sudan desperately need to treat those injured in the ongoing fighting, as well as patients who require vital care in the nation. Before we go on the news tonight, here again are the major stories. We told you that ahead May 29th change of power, President Buhari has conferred highest honor on the incoming President Bola Tinubu and has given him the transition documents. We also told you that Minister of Works Fashola has flagged off Akure Ado Road project, assuring that Ondo Ekiti of speedy completion. And from the foreign scene, we told you that displaced Sudanese are in need of urgent humanitarian aid as fighting rages amid truce. And that's the news at 7. Thank you so much for watching. Good evening.